Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we are taking a look at the 9.22 update in World of Tanks. It's been a while since I did one of these videos, so figured I'll jump in now. I'm a bit out of the loop, so please forgive me if some of these things seem new to me and not to you. It's been a while, but I figured we can take a look here because it seems like a pretty big change. Game's updating in the background, the test server, so I hope I can still get in. At the very least, we can take a look at the changes here on the website. And we'll just take a look at my opinion of those changes. Take a closer look at what's changing and ensure we're on the same page. Okay, so these are the Russian names by the looks of it. Yeah, clearly, because this is yeah, KV4, the ST1, yeah. Okay, so we see some changes here. We have a T10 that has moved down, I do believe, from tier 10 if I'm not mistaken. And we have a new tier 10. Like, it's a bit difficult for me to see with these Russian names, obviously. Don't speak Russian, can't read it. I know some of the characters, what they, should be. Like the KV, which is a KB in Russian. I don't even know if they pronounce it as a KB, but you know what I mean. For me, reading it, KB. So yeah, there were some changes to, I do believe, this part of the tree. We'll take a closer look here in a second. When the medium tanks moved down to tier 9, I would assume that would be the object 430, yeah. That moved down in line. I'm currently on the T54, which is still here. I'm curious to see if I got any new tanks. I think I missed like every single one of these changes and I went for all the other trees. Because I am currently on this particular one, which is still tier 9, so nothing changed there for me. I am on the, let's see, issue 101. So that doesn't change for me either, because I think this is the one that changed. I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe so. Again, we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Wait, there's a new T54 model? Not quite sure what that is, but there's a new T54. Maybe this was there already. We'll have to see in a sec. And a normal T54. So I think I missed like all of the changes here. Let's take a look here. Medium tanks. A44 blah blah blah. So basically what they're doing is they're coming up with some rear mounted turrets. This is the object 430, which moved down to tier 9 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the tier 9, it moves down to tier 9 and you get to tier 10, object 430. Yeah, I do believe so. Research to tier 9, object 430, total configuration, 430U. Okay, 430U. Right, that's it. Okay. Gotcha. Basically, this is explaining what happens when you already have it, when you got this, when you did that, yada yada yada. There is a new heavy line coming with rear-mounted turrets. Rear-mounted turrets are always interesting to me because you have, on one side you have more flexibility, and the other you have a lot less flexibility. It's like a double-edged knife kinda. It offers some really good possibilities, but also some terrible ones. So, we'll have to see how it pans out. But quite often the rear-mounted turrets are actually quite good. So, yeah, we already had the medium line, of course, that had the rear-mounted turrets, and now, excuse me, bit of a haircut, and now we get some heavies. Let's take a look here. No idea what they have for armor. Let's see, 120mm gun, at tier 8 you get 152, holy crap, Rooney, that's gonna hurt. These things are gonna be painful. This kind of looks like an IS-7 turret. Guessing it might be. Yeah, it kind of does. But then just mounted a bit more towards the rear. Gun barrel's different though. I'm pretty sure the IS-7 doesn't have a muzzle breaker like this, and also doesn't have the cover on here. The T10 not seen in battlefield, quickly change the course, range structure. Quickly changing it. Oh, are these actually fast heavies? Well, I guess most of the versions are semi-fast at least. Not super slow at least, unless you go down the KV route, KV4 and stuff. blah, 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 okay. We're going through this a little bit quickly. You can read the whole page if you want. This is just my first impression, basically, on the changes. Then we have the T10. This is just a render image. Why did they put that here? Like, they have actual screenshots, and then here they just put the garage image. Not even what you see in your garage, what you see at the very bottom, the picture in your garage. Okay, and again, if you have this in this research, then you're gonna get that, and yada yada yada. Basically what they're doing. Alternative TD line. Simply speaking, video parameters up to the 1920 took us nowhere. Fully aware of the problems and design a new solution. We're working the line into a mid to close range assault TD. Interesting. Let's take a quick look here. Now, I really wish they would have put up an English one so I could recognize all the names and see if there's, you know, differences in here. Issue 85B. This thing they cannot touch. Please do not touch this thing. This thing is brilliant. Issue 85, issue 100. So far, so good. And the 152 and the M1. That's all still the same. So nothing has changed there. Guessing this is the this is the light tank line. So far in here, I don't see anything different. Down here we have the artillery line still. Like, maybe it's not included yet. I'm not sure. Let's take a look at what they were actually saying. Alternative TD concept, high look for the bar, blah blah. Good frontal armor to deflect shells. I mean, I'm into assault TDs. They are very interesting. They're really good for line breaking. Like, as soon as a line falls, you are screwed. As soon as they get around you, usually, at least I don't know about these, but you are screwed. But push flanks. I'm talking about the Jagdpanzer E100, the Jagdpanzer 8.8, you know, those kind. That is a little bit less. The trying to recall the names. Mostly they're sort of in the lines. They're German TDs that have it a lot, but there's a couple of Russians that are pretty strong as well. And their guns are just not quite accurate enough to be long range. So, but yeah, assault TDs can be very fun. If you can just jam that thing in there and just start pushing a line where, yeah. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen there. Again, rear mounted. Okay, like the 101 and the 100. Sorry, the 101 and, yeah, the 100 M1, excuse me. The object, of course, was already one of those, very sturdy from the front. If I'm not mistaken, if it's still a weak spot, you can actually shoot this thing like in these sides here, like at an angle at these flat sides on the inside. So not the gun mantlet, but the sides here. So you have to shoot it from the side like that. But I do believe that was a weak spot on these. Not sure if it still is. It is like old knowledge. 122.54. This thing is okay. That's probably trickiest task was running mid-tier vehicles for mid-close range assault gameplay. Didn't fit the concept because traditional turret placement. Faced a huge dilemma here. It was clearly one of the okay. Okay, if you had this one research, you're gonna get the tier 9 object. The vehicle is purchased in garage. Object 2 will be added to your account and will be retrained. Center depot. Basically, they're getting rid of it. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. The test server is done. Let's take a look if I can actually jump on and we can take a look at some of these in quote unquote real life ish. So we'll be right back. And here we are. This is not anything. I just started apparently on this one. Wait, why is that checked? I have no idea. So let's switch over to the Russian tanks. Let's uncheck that one, uncheck the French. Oh, one thing about the French. I saw that the FCM 50T is going to get removed from the store. I'm guessing it has preferential matchmaking? Would be my guess. So, I have a lot of Russian... Jeez, why do I have so many Russian tanks? Can I like not show premiums? No, there's only an option to just show premiums, but not the other way around. Yeah, I have a lot of premiums. So I do have the ST1, T54, like I said. Yeah, so I'm pretty much missing like all the ones that are getting updated. That's pretty impressive. Missing like every single one of them. So let's take a look at what they have done here. If they've done anything. Oh, interesting. Oh, they haven't even filled these out yet. Okay, wow. So I guess they're just testing some of the ones that they moved down from tier 10 to tier 9. And I'm pretty sure the Optic 430U is new. So yeah, they're sort of just testing. Interesting. So the IS now leads to the ISM. Optic 705 and then leading into the 705A. Well, let's take a look. I really wish that they would just unlock everything on the test server. Like, why wouldn't you? And just, you know, you could see what it costs, so there's no reason they wouldn't, you know. Yeah, this is meh. Okay, let's actually buy this thing. Yeah, why not? Just, I don't care about the crew right now. Good enough. Let's get you. You don't really care about the radio, but whatever. It's free, right? Select you in the garage. So why don't they have a test drive function yet? Like, that's something I've always missed. Like, preferably before I buy. I want to test it out, but yeah. Let's take it into battle. I'm not gonna put anything on here. I just want to see as is. See what happens. So we'll be right back once I get into a battle. And here we are. We're actually in a game here. So this is what it looks like. Let's take a look here. The shells. It's 120mm, 390 damage, 175 pen. Pretty much what you expect on a Russian tank at this point. Where am I gonna go? I don't know. Probably over on the hill there. Got a pretty good line for it, so might as well. Keep in mind, I've not played this game in quite a while. Turning is very slow. Acceleration, not great. It gets off the starting line decently, like it gets away, but the top speed is pretty low. Top speed is 35, it seems. So yeah, not very quick. There you can see the camouflage. Doesn't look too bad. And some more camo. He seems to be a bit faster. What is he in? Oh, an IS-6. Okay. Let's give him some room here so he can actually pass us. First target up. We got a 112 and an IS. As in ISU. How's the depression on this thing? Not horrific. We do have one piece of artillery, and he just ploinked off the 112. Okay. Really? A T-44 just blocked my shell? You kidding me? There we go. Okay, that side is covered. Let's see if we can get another shell in. Reload, not great. Nah, dang it. Can't quite get it in. Air track though. Don't have a repair kit, but I didn't care about that. Like I said, just wanted to test this thing. Pure straight up, see what's up. So in terms of armor toughness, it can withstand a T-44. Well, whoop-de-doo. Narvan is going full ham. I guess we can use this time to push, maybe? Let's just go. wanna, you know, test this thing out. I wanna see what this thing can do, not just sit here all day. Interesting. And I actually damaged my ammo rack. Getting shot from every side here. Lovely people behind me. Failed miserably. And ammo racked. Yeah. Okay, next. We'll be right back. I'll get the next one researched and into battle. Now, as you saw in the last one, this is not a full in-depth review, getting down into every single detail. This is just a quick, how does it feel? Is it even something I'm interested in looking at, or is it something that's just bleh? That last one, I have to say, it's sluggish, clearly prone to ammo racks. I mean, maybe I just got unlucky, it's possible, but it didn't quite feel all that great. Really slow traverse, that's pretty terrible. It's okay off the line, like driving away, but as you can see here, this one too, they're pretty, they are pretty slow. 14-second reload, again, of course, with no modules or anything. This thing is barely getting away from a T95. Yeah. That not great. I'm gonna try to beeline it for there. And I got spotted there. Great. Well, pretty sure I got spotted. Maybe dangerous, but we'll see. I think I should be able to make it there. Yeah. This thing, yeah, again, it feels pretty sluggish. Armor is probably gonna be decent. So we can get across here safely. Yes, we can. Weak spots, I have no idea. We're gonna find out. I can already tell the depression is not great. Like just going over these hills here. And already got pinned. Where did I get pinned? Lower plate. So lower plate already does not seem to be fantastic. So that's a thing to remember. There's a hatch there. Nah, can't pin it. It's a 250 pen on this thing and 490 alpha. Dang it, a little bit too late. Target acquisition does not seem to be terrible. But that guy is getting raffle stomped. Sides, there is a... Okay, so these slopes here, they're weak spots if you're perpendicular to them, so directly from the side. And even that thing can pen me. That's just bloody great. I'm just gonna pull back here for a sec, see if he pops. Oh man, my mouse, they fucked up my settings. That's pretty bad. Just trying to get this little shit to pop out. Just watch, he'll probably do it as the T95 is blocking my path. Yeah, my mouse sensitivity is way out of whack. It's terrible. So this is gonna be pretty bad. Now, if somebody could bloody deal with him, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Piss off. Not that pissant. Now we can start doing some work here. Try to. Tracked, but that didn't actually help. So these things do seem to be somewhat sturdy, at least. Back up the T95 here. Oh, interesting. Did you see that? Where was that? There's a spot right there somewhere that I had like a pen marker, somewhere above the turret. Trying to go for a hatch shot. This thing's accuracy is pretty bad. I mean, it's a Russian heavy. What do you expect? Sniping hatches. That's what you have a KV-4 for. Oh, he just... Okay. Frontally pens. Awesome. Yeah, I'm getting some weird-ass stuff here. Like, from time to time, my mouse is just not registering that it's moving. He's shooting heat. Yeah, definitely heat. Back of the turrets will definitely go in. Yeah, they're starting to swing around. So this kind of angle works quite well. I'm gonna try to keep that. Ah, that just went over, dang it. Let's pull back before we can, ow, get a line on me. So this kind of angle seems to work quite well. It almost seems like you have to over-angle this thing to really get it to work. And then right through there, you gotta be careful not to over-angle and expose that plate. So when you do that... Oh, the T-95 is using me as cover. That's fine. Okay, I wanna go for a turret ring, but I don't think I can. Ah, dang it, I just missed it. Okay, that one went in. Not sure, probably lower plates with heat. Okay, he gets taken out. Boom. Put that in. Time to move up. Had it with these motherfucking tanks. This motherfucking place. Time to get wrecked, son. Oh, you done goofed. You done goofed. Boom. Oh, dang it. He got me. I'm pretty sure we're gonna win this. Come on. Boom, he's gone. The last one is rubbing paint with the E75. I guess that's an interesting one. E75 has a bit more weak spots, I guess, but it's also a slightly taller tank, so you might be able to pop into a hatch with a hatch shot on it. So let's take a look at how we did. This one, I thought it was not a great tank, but its armor seems to hold up quite well, even against premium spam. Let's take a look. Third class, nothing fantastic, but well, actually, that wasn't bad. And mostly I just tried out to use the armor. Let's see, 2400 damage done, 6.5k damage blocked. Yeah, the armor seems to work quite well. That is not bad at all. So yeah, this thing, the angles are a bit wrong. You don't want to over angle it because this becomes a weak spot, but if you angle it about this, it's still steep enough to be able to bounce. The front is quite strong, and the lower is pretty much just weak from straight from the front. It seems to be an angle like this is pretty much great. So you pretty much want to have your gun like over this bit, roughly, to give you an idea of what kind of angle you need. That seems to work quite well, at least against 250 pen. Like as soon as you go higher than that, as for other weak spots, well, obviously the lower plates. I don't know underneath the side skirt here, underneath the skirt, if you can pen that very easily. This probably is spaced armor, I would assume. I couldn't quite get a good penning shot on that either, so I'm gonna assume that that is spaced armor. Rear is quite sloped as well. It's sort of the same as the, interesting. The rear is almost the same as the front. Huh. So this tank, it gets my stamp of interesting. So let's go up one more and then we'll end up the video, so we'll be right back once we get into a game. Before we jump in, I just want to show you this. Hallelujah. 256 pen, 650 damage on a heavy. Ha 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 ha. Ow. Okay, let's jump in the game and take a look. Damn. So this thing seems to be mostly built on the same chassis as the last one. Of course it gets that monstrous gun, which is gonna be fun and hurt like a motherfucker. One thing I have to say that I'm very shocked about is that the test server, not everybody's running the same tank. Like, look at the distribution of tank types. That to me is shocking. Like, there's just almost everybody's in a different tank. Not quite, but you know, there's a lot of different tanks. Usually it's like 20 of the same type, and then 1 or 2 different tanks. Speed, this thing can go up to 40, 39, 40, there we go. You can reach it. So a little bit more mobile, still not super mobile, but they're pretty well armored, so what do you want, you know? Your options are either get a gun or get armor. Take your pick. Ooh, this thing struggles with hills. Not a lot of engine power per weight, per ton, that is clear. Oh, goes down to 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, ugh. Yeah, not great. I tend to play these games pretty aggressive just because I want to, you know, get somewhere, and I don't want to sit here for 20 years and... Dang it, I was hoping I'd get a shot. Now this is going to be a terrible place to be, but whatever. Okay, confirmed, shot on the move, does not work. So, there we go. T-110E5 cannot pen this thing at this kind of angle again, angling in the same kind of way here as we did with the other one. Aw, he doesn't want to play. Come on. Come on. Bad chat shot. Bad chat pens. Why the hell did bad chat pen me? I'm not sure. They are not coming out. Okay then. Interesting that the bad chat was the one penning me. Well, I guess he was dead on, that's probably why. Okay, trying to see what we have here. Can't quite shoot underneath the skirt there. Effective shot. Kind of just want to push this lower. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa! Wow, that was a lot of shots. Not proper angling, not angled enough. Okay, he's just trying to track me now. He gets dirt in the face for it. Come on, track almost up and. Re-angling a bit, there we go. Need to push this. Try not to block him. But also, I want to get a shot ending it. Come on. Okay, lower plate is vulnerable, confirmed. Lower plate is not great on these. Well, I mean, 256 pen on this thing, so yeah. Low plates, you definitely want to keep it hidden or very well angled. Those are your options. Either that or die. You just, yep, you went in ramming. Oof, that did not go in. I kind of just derped that shot as in, I'm sure that will work. This is one of those tanks that you can play pretty aggressively to probably a decent amount of success. Now, again, I have not looked at the armor profile of this thing, I've not looked into any of it, just going in blind and just playing it by ear. Just seeing, like, how does this thing react? How does it bounce? How does it work? And you'll just find out things. Oof, he got annihilated. Depression is bad. Not sure if there's a... Ooh. Is that what I'm thinking? It seems like there might be a depression dip over the corner. Interesting. I've not seen that on many Russian tanks, but... Like, it does seem... Wow, that goes close. Sheesh. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a depression that it goes up over there. Boom, finish him off. Haven't done much this game. We've been just basically pushing a little bit, which in all fairness is what you should do in a heavy, so I guess we did our job. He is gone. Where is the last little ship? He was right here. The back maybe? Hiding, probably. Oof. Oh, they found him. Dang it. Oh, let's continue climbing the hill then. See how this thing does for pure grunt. Okay, it does slow down to a crawl, but it can do these hills at an okay speed. That's good to know. Should we cap? That will really piss him off. Aw, he drowned. Let's take a look at the stats, and then we'll get to the conclusion. And here we are with the stats. Not a great game. I mean, experience-wise, not that far off from first, but nah, nothing extraordinary whatsoever. Pretty bad, basically. Not much happened. So, my thoughts. I would say the tier 9 and tier 10 have great potential. I'm definitely not getting like the best out of it. You have, you know, stuff you can mount. Yeah, there's a lot you could do to make this even better. Better crews, yeah, you name it, you know. I think the tier 9 is pretty sweet. The tier 10 probably as well. Didn't get to see it as much. The tier 9 seems... Originally I was not impressed, but it seems pretty good. The tier 8 though, I would have to say seems pretty lackluster. Where is the tier 8? There it is. This thing seems pretty lackluster. I don't know. I don't really like it, to be honest, compared to some of the other ones, some of the other options. Concealment, a little bit better mobility, but it's barely better than a KV4. It just, I don't know, this thing just seems a bit meh, to be honest. What do we have for the turret? It has good frontal armor, not bad side armor. I guess it's relatively low profile. I'm not sure if this is a weak spot. You do have a hatch, it's pretty small, so that's good. Frontally, driver slit is probably a weak spot, and overall it just doesn't seem to be too great. You don't have a sharp edge here, so it's a bit rounded, which is both a curse and a blessing. So again, you probably want to angle this thing at a certain angle like this, but the problem is, because it's rounded, that means you always have a sight pointing to someone at this kind of angle that's going to be flat. Relatively flat, speaking of course, because, you know, rounded. With sharp angles, it's going to be zoom, zoom, so you either have to be here to be straight onto it, or like here. But there's, with round, there's like, this is straight on, this is straight on, this is straight on, you know. You can go all the way around, there's always technically a straight spot, so... I don't know, maybe with a bit more practice you can make this thing work, and hold down, it probably works a lot better. If you can just show your turret, it's probably reasonably strong. The gun is nothing impressive, but what do you expect? It's the D25T gun. The thing I like about the KD4 is that you have the better gun, that just has the better accuracy. And with this thing, it's the same old crappy shit gun that I hate so bloody much. So that's probably why my opinion of this is not great. Again, better crew, better, you know, equipment will make it a lot better, but overall I feel like it's meh. So the tier 8, no. The tier 9 and 10, I can definitely see them being interesting. Now there's probably a medium tank here, but as in, it probably just scaled down one tier, so slightly better, worse, excuse me, soft stats, that's about it. Not too interesting in terms of newness. So yeah, there you have it. There's probably more changes in here that I don't see or don't know about, but this is a look, just a as we go kind of opinion. So what are your guys' opinion of the new changes that they made? Are they good? Are they bad? Were they necessary? Do you think it's gonna balance things out a bit? Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.